Right, now we've looked at how to get an email list. Let's look at what we're going to send in the emails. So emails that we send out to our customers should contain valuable content. And it needs to align with the purpose or the intent of which the customer, or the potential customer, of what they subscribe to the email list in the first place. So some businesses engage in the services of creative agencies to craft their email content, and they can be quite good in some ways because they specialize in making emails look pretty and flow through, so it's easy to read, pick out the important bits, they make it beautiful and easy to read. Digital marketers then need to determine when to send these emails and the frequency of which these emails are to be sent, like how many times per month would you be sending these emails. So the type of content most likely to generate sales will vary depending on business type. Emails from retailers will look very different than emails such as business to business services. So we're going to look at a few different types here. We're going to look at online retail, lead generation, what type of emails I'd send, search engines, online media, business to business services. So the first one is online retail. So the goal for online retail businesses is to generate additional purchases, which makes sense, right? They are retailers. So so if you're in this business, consider sending out discounts or promotions on selected products on the email list, because we know from a lot of research and experience that when we do discounts or sales or promotions, it incentivizes buying behavior, and we get more sales from that, right? So send emails about new products based on recommended about new products and recommended products based on their preferences and their purchase history. So sometimes when you join up an email list, you can actually curate it and go, oh, I'm interested in new products, I'm interested in, and some companies have lots of different products, right? So just say Samsung, I'm just going to use this as an example. So Samsung make phones, they make fridges, they make TVs and stuff like that. So if you join up on Samsung's mailing list, like, do you want to get everything, or you go, I might only be interested in their phones or whatnot. Part of the skill of good email marketing digital marketing in general, is being able to work out from consumer behavior, so what our users are doing online, and then crafting what we think that they are most interested in. Right, lead generation. So these websites or these businesses are not to make a direct sale, but rather to get leads, generate leads which they can pass on to the sales department for sales. So this is often used for larger purchases which are not done online. So we've got digital marketing, a lot of commerce happens online, but something like buying a car, you wouldn't often do that you can buy cars online, but I wouldn't I'd buy a Tesla online because if it's brand new, because I know what I'm getting, right? But if you're buying a second-hand car, I wouldn't buy that online because I want to see what I'm getting. Or a house, I wouldn't buy a house online, I want to go and view it, right? So for them, you can't conduct the business online, can't conduct the sale online. So the idea is to generate leads, and then the salespeople can follow up on those leads. This will include regular emails to customers that are interested in the market, so what you're buying and selling, but not actually at that buying stage yet. Now, emails for these types of businesses, the content of these emails should contain useful information regarding the domain of experience of your business. And if you are a business, you typically will be employing people with specialised expertise, and for you it might not be that interesting because you might have the same expertise, or you're used to their expertise. But for some customers it might be really interesting, right? Especially if they are in the stage of making a decision about what products to purchase, you can be providing them with information about the attributes and benefits and all these things about what to look for when you're buying these large products. Now, also keep customers updated on market conditions. What a house price is doing, are they going up, are they going down? What's the average median price? So all this stuff. You as a business, if you're buying and selling houses, you might know that interest rates. You're probably going to be more interested in interest rates because it's part of your business than just some random customer that's looking at buying a house, right? So you provide update and commentary and useful information about that stuff. Right, so that's lead generation. Search engines. Now this includes businesses that provide search features and booking facilities. Users such as websites that we use for searching for hotel prices, holidays, or of course PC parts. So I've got a screenshot of an email of a website here, which is PC Part Picker. I'm not sure if you guys heard of this or not, but it's quite a popular website for people that build their own PCs. Now, you don't typically buy the PCs off them yourself, but you can list what different types of parts you're going to get, and it helps you work out how compatible they are and how well they go together. So does your power supply go with your graphics card? Is it big enough? So these websites, they'll search for these things and bring them together. So the search engines are actually useful for customers from providing the information for search for things, right? So regular emails keep subscribers informed of great deals, bundles, and new market offerings. So if you're in the a search engine for hotels, it'll be like, well, this hotel has this particular deal on right now. And you send out, make people informed. You're helping the hotel, you're helping yourself because you're facilitating the exchange, you get commission for that. You're helping customers because they might not have been ready to purchase yet, but because there's a deal, they're incentivized to complete that purchase. Communication helps to keep the search engines on top of mind when searching the web. Alright, online media. So online media businesses are advertising space on the advertising display networks, which we've already learnt about. So regular emails from these ones help customers aware of the news headlines and provide convenient links for more detailed stories. So I've got an example of news.com here. News.com, they're selling advertising space in this header here. So their emails, what they do then is they might have the the news of the day, the headlines, right? Blah, blah, blah. And then click here to read more about it. So this is useful for just customers to keep up to date with what's going on in the world, but also very useful for business managers as part of their environmental scanning, like scanning their business environment. So if you're managing a business, you need to know what's going on in the business environment. So email lists are so media companies sending you these updates, but also industry associations, all these types of things, sending you updates are very useful for that. All right, now business to business services are very different than business to consumer in the way that they interact, right? So they often have long and technical relationships with customers. And I've got a picture here of an excavator. You wouldn't just walk up to a, excavator company and impulsively buy an excavator. These things are quite expensive, and they are bought to meet certain specifications to fill certain roles, right? So in some cases, these purchases can take months or even years. So I've got an example of an excavator, but it could also be software as a service. So if you're going to be buying like a new software for your company, just say you're a construction company and you're looking at buying a new drafting package, which one are you going to use? You're going to use ArchiCAD, you're going to use AutoCAD, you're going to use which extensions, which estimating stuff you're going to get with it as well. So and it's a lot of money. Often these things are like over $20,000. So you want to be making sure that the purchase is right for your business and it's customized and suited and stuff like that. So then emails contain information regarding industry and best practice and new industry development. So we're going to go back to the excavator example. So you might be selling excavators and you might have information in your emails about new features that are coming out, but also, for the excavators, but also site surveying equipment like GPS tracking and local positioning services and stuff like that. So which is what these excavators use to be able to know what heights and what where to dig, and also augmented reality. So all this technology that might not be sold by your company, but actually works together with your products to provide value to your customers. Right, now email timing. So the best time to send an email is when the customer response will be highest, and that response is often seen as clicking on the email and opening it and then following through the website, but also completing a purchase, right? So business to business emails may be best sent during business hours when our customers are at work, but not necessarily. But you'd imagine if you're sending an email to your customers while they're at work, they're more likely to open it than when they're at home. Some people, like my email box, I'm not usually opening the emails the day that I get them from a lot of a lot of marketing ones, because it's just got so many emails, so you can't keep up with it. So if they send me an email like in the afternoon, I won't really be reading it till the next day type thing, or the day after that. So that's something to think about, and really that's going to be based on your metrics. So you can see when you send it, and you can see when people open your emails. Often software helps us with that. Then return emails. Retail emails may be best sent when business hours, when customers are actually shopping online. So it's got that immediate thing there, right? So it really depends on your business. So same with frequency. So a survey by Blue Hornet, now this is quite a while ago, finds that email frequency drives customers away more than irrelevant content. And we spoke previously about having good content, but if you've got good content but you're sending the same content over and over again and too often, then people are like, it's just too much, right? So this drives customers away. So emailing customers too often creates message overload, and it turns them off, and they're like, no, they're just going to unsubscribe. So general advice is no more than once per week, and we'll look at some of that a little bit detail, but actual numbers depend on many factors. So let's have a look at these factors then. So research suggests that the optimum number of email contacts ranges from between 5 emails per month to 14 emails per month per customer. Now, this was done in a Home Depot in the United States of America. So generalizing that context out to your business might be very different. So this is not setting a guide for you to use where you're going to be working or what you're doing at the moment. It's just understanding that it's going to be based on several different factors, and you can work that out yourself for your own business. So this research shows that active email openers can be the least active in purchase behaviors. So we're going to be looking at metrics coming up. So just because, so this is quite surprising, because before it used to be, well, if people are opening our emails, that's a good sign, because if they're likely to open it and then going to the website, then they're more likely to buy it, but not necessarily the case. Sometimes the people that are opening the emails aren't buying them, and inversely, some people that are not opening the emails are actually purchasing the product. Now, there could be a variety of reasons for that. I'll give you an example. This is for a Home Depot. This is like Bunnings or Mitre 10 or something like that, right? So if I am in a construction business and I need to buy a lot of hardware from a hardware shop, it's for my business. So I'm not that super. I'm buying it not because I enjoy buying them. I'm buying it because I need it to do my work, right? So then when they send emails out, it's not like, yay, more work stuff, I'm going to go read all these emails. No, I need to buy them anyway, so I'm going to just go in there and buy them. Whereas other people, they might be buying, a new wheelbarrow because they need to do gardening or something, and they're interested in, what's the best wheelbarrow? So they'll be reading all the emails to look at what wheelbarrow to buy, or whatever they want to buy, or a drill, or whatever it is, because they're buying it because it's something that they want to buy rather than something that they have to buy. So that's an understanding that we've learned from this research. So relying on analysing the opening rate can provide very misleading insights. Oops, I'll skip one here. So segmentation. So if a business has a large email contact list, which when people do email marketing often have very large lists, the types of customers will vary on that list greatly. Now, digital marketers then should segment the list to customise communication for distinct segments. So don't assume that your people on your list are all interested in the same thing. So which people are interested in what products and which people are interested in which information. So segments then need to be created, and they should be homogeneous within groups. So that means the same within and then heterogeneous between groups. So for segments to work, segments have to be different from each other as well. So I've got a little thingy here from Investopedia. Market segmentation is a marketing term that refers to aggregating prospective buyers into groups or segments with common need to respond similarly to a market action. All right, and that's one way that we can deal with big email lists. So segmentation variables include past purchases. So when you're on principles of marketing, you'll learn about segmentation, and we would have been quite conceptual because we looked about geographic, location, demographics such as age and gender. We looked at psychographics such as their values, attitudes, and lifestyles, but then also behavioural. So a lot of this stuff is for digital marketing. We can dig down right into these specific variables. So past purchasing is a distinct behaviour. Email response is a behaviour. Customer preferences, which is the psychological stuff of it. Demographics, geographic location, and then user device. So for digital marketing, you can actually get data on this, so the segments can be quite specific and accurate. Now, types of emails. So when we send out emails, we could send out broadcast emails, which are sent out at timed intervals to some or all segments on email list. So I've got a big picture of a broadcast tower, a broadcast dish, whatever it is. Well, that's actually a receiving dish, isn't it? But the concept is when you're sending things out to everyone, right? Poof, send it out. They can also be transactional. So they provide customers information about a specific purchase they make. So congratulations, you just bought this new phone, TV, whatever you've bought. Here are the details. Here's the user, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Specific about that transaction. Triggered email are based on customer's action. So if it's a logged in user and you know their email address and then they go through but they don't actually complete the cart, then you can send them a reminder saying, just letting you know you've still got items left in your cart if you want to complete that purchase. And then onboarding emails are sent to customers when they first sign up and become a member of the email list. So it's like, congratulations on joining the email list, here's your details, blah, blah, blah. And then so it's personalised to that specific event. All right, subject lines. So subject lines are very important, as this is what most customers will see. So when it comes to the email box, that's what they're going to see to determine whether they actually want to click on the email or not. So this information determines if the customer will open it or delete it. The best subject lines are accurate and informative. So tricking customers into opening emails is a bad idea, because then you're just raising their expectations and they're not meeting them. So it's going to actually be worse for you in the long run. Using catchy subject lines to mislead customers into opening irrelevant emails destroys the trust that they have with your business, and they go, well, this business concerns more about tricking their customers than actually providing value for them. Digital marketers often test multiple subject lines to determine which ones are the most effective. So if you go, well, is this clear and concise? Is it an interesting email subject line? Then you just come up with different ones, and we've done A/B testing, and you can say, well, these ones test better than those ones. Respond better. If you do have a email marketing campaign, it's important to have a landing page. This is a common theme in digital marketing. I've got a person here landing on the moon, because when the person clicks on your email, where are they going to land? Clicking on a link should take users to a dedicated landing page. If all the offers, so when you get an email, it's got different links that you can click on, whether they be pictures or hypertext. So if all those links take the people to the same homepage of the website, you've missed the opportunity. You've missed the idea of customizing emails for your customers, right? So each offer on that email list should have its own landing page that responds to the content of what they clicked on. So it's like display advertising. We talked about matching the banner ad with the landing page. It's the same with the email. The market offering on the email, or the call to action on the email, should match the landing page. So it can be quite a lot of work when you've got an email with quite a few links on there. You need to develop landing pages and analyze those landing pages for all of them. Right, so that's it for email content. And we're going to look at measuring success and spam filters coming up next.